All right, y'all, I have got a new toy here for the shop. This is the new Newport Vessels NS130 Inflatable Skiff. It just came out this year. I've been eyeballing one of these for quite a while now. Been kind of debating on getting one to try out here on the channel. I've always thought of inflatable boats as more of a toy, not really a fishing platform. And so I've been on the fence about even getting one of these. So I went ahead and ordered it last week. My original idea for this boat was to have a boat in a bag set up, something that I'd have in the bag that I could throw in the back of the SUV or the back of the truck. When we got to the lake, we could pump it up and fish off of it and then put it up. Until I got it yesterday in the mail and I started putting it together. Once I started putting this together yesterday, I completely changed my mind. This thing has a T-Track platform set up on the side. It's got a bow plate. It's got a legit bass boat seat padded with a swivel. It's got a whole ID number. When you get one of these, you actually get all the paperwork so that you can register this boat and put numbers on it to legally, you know, put stuff, motors and navigation lights and stuff like that on it. So this is not just a toy like I thought. This is an actual boat, and I think we're gonna build it out as an actual boat here on the channel. I'm gonna ditch the whole boat in the bag thing and put electronics on this. I think we can put a trolling motor on the front, maybe an Xi3 hookup, so we can just drop the Xi3 on the front and kind of see how this thing does as a fully rigged fishing platform. I've already inflated it to the max PSI, what it says to do when you get it, and the floor is solid as a rock. You can walk around on this thing, and I think that it has a lot of potential to build it out as an actual boat. So today's video, I want to kind of bounce some ideas off of you guys, get some input from you guys, and figure out our next step with this thing. Since I am going to be building it out, I think the first thing we're going to need to do is build a custom trailer for it so I can actually get it back and forth to the water, because right now with my current setup on my truck, I really don't have a way to keep it fully rigged and get it on my truck and off the truck. So I want to get this set up as an actual boat, pull it, launch it like a boat, you know, just the same way we do with the kayaks and stuff. But let me walk you guys around it, show you how it's set up, you know, when you first get it, a few ideas that I have, and then get some input from you guys, and we'll go from there. So this thing arrived yesterday in like 3 different boxes. I will say the front tracks and the bow plate that I have here, those are add-ons. You don't have to run a bow plate or these front tracks if you just want an open boat concept at the front. I wanted to add that because I do plan on running a trolling motor eventually, and I think it's well worth it. It adds a little bit of rigidity to the front, and you get these extra tracks. The tracks are built right into these aluminum plates. We got an inside track and an outside track, and that's kind of what you connect your front plate to. Back here, these tracks come with the boat. You got an inside track and an outside track. The inside track is actually what the seat mounts to, and you got all that adjustability. You can slide that seat way up here or way back there, depending on how big you are. And you can also offset this seat. I've got this one set up kind of in the middle, you can see. But when you run a tiller steer, you kind of want it offset. I may change it later. And you got these extra holes here, so you can either mount the seat further left, further right, or right in the middle. I got it set up right in the middle, but we can always change it if we need to. Super nice seat, by the way. I mean, the super thick pad on it. I think it's gonna be really comfortable. I went ahead and added my little YakGadget bag up under there that holds a couple of Plano boxes. I think that's a really good spot, and it fit perfect right there. I think it looks good right there. Back here, you can see how thick these tunes actually are. Look at that. And how deep they stick out. So these tunes come way back, and the transom is actually tucked way up in here. And it's got a really thick transom back here. Nice spot to mount your NT130 or NT300. Back here, you can see the weight. It says maximum 2-person or 650 pounds. I've just got the battery for the NT300 strapped right here for now. Kind of just mocking it up and going through it and kind of getting a game plan on what I want. What I'm thinking is we can put our catch quick detach plate here for our Xi3, mount the Xi3 kind of at an angle right here, and then still have the room here to fish if we need to. But since it's a remote control on the Xi3, we could just run it how we want it. We've got tracks here to run Garmin's if we need to. We could even throw the LiveScope off the side of this thing, which would be really cool to have LiveScope on this setup. It comes with a nice telescopic paddle here. It's like a stand-up skiff style paddle. It's got the handle that pulls out there. It's got a really thick cup on the backside of it. It's really bent good. So I'm sure if we wasn't running the motor, if you wanted to just stand up and paddle through some real skinny water, we should be able to do that. It comes with all the paperwork you need to register the boat, all the instructions for kind of assembling it, but it's really easy to put together. It went together in a few minutes. Here's the pump. It's a really nice pump. You can switch this pump from a single to a double, and actually, when you're airing this boat up, when you pull up on the pump, it puts air in the boat, and when you push down on the pump, it puts air in the boat. So it inflates really quick. I think I had this boat put together in like 15 minutes, and I was done. It come with the marine mat, or I'm assuming this is some sort of a marine mat. It's the same stuff that I've used on my kayak, and it works really good. You just peel it and stick it yourself on there. Really nice setup. This thing has a ton of potential, and it weighs, I mean, this boat weighs nothing. I think it's gonna be really fun to try this thing out this fall. I figured I'll go ahead and run a tape measure on some of this stuff because I know a lot of you guys who are interested in one of these are gonna wanna know certain measurements and stuff. Let me get it out here where we can measure it. So the widest part on the inside where you're actually, you know, area that you're gonna be able to use is about 20, right at 20 inches at the widest spot, and that's the floor. That's before it curves over, so you still got all this area that you're gonna be able to use. These tracks right here are 5 inches wide aluminum, so it's not gonna rust, it's not gonna give us any issues, and we'll be able to run any kind of T-track attachment that we want. I'm thinking some outside rod holders and maybe some vertical rod holders. Our Garmin we could set up somewhere. We've got the setup, that Fischer pole set up for our LiveScope. We could kind of rig that up on here if we wanted to. And we got plenty of room. This front one, the length that's 15 inches. Now that's, when I say 15 inches, that's 15 inches of track space that we've got to use. And this back one here is 30.5 inches of track space that we got. How long is this boat? Let's see if I can go overall length. I'm thinking, I'm just gonna go to the transom right here. So from the nose of the boat to the transom, we're just under 11 feet. So it's gonna be like 10 foot, what is that, 10 foot, 10 inches, something like that, right here from the nose to the back. So that's not too bad. And it stays pretty wide in the middle all the way up to, right in here is when it starts getting more narrow. Yeah, so it's still 20 inches wide all the way to here, and then it kind of tapers up. We can add a bag up there for storage if we need to, because that's just where we're gonna be trying to reach to get stuff. The seat's nice, it's got a big platform right here. Plenty of storage. The way I've got it set up here, behind the seat, I've got 28 inches from the transom to behind the seat. And as you can see, I still got plenty of room to steer this. I've got a battery back here, but if we want to add a Blackpack back here, we could probably just add one of those back here, put the batteries that we need in it, and then, you know, use our other stuff for storage up here on the side. I even thought about adding some of these guys, these TracPaks from Yakattack. We could add these Yakattack TracPaks out here on these tracks, and I think they're the perfect width for us to just have a couple of these up and down each side to have our tackle that we're gonna be using that day right there with us. I do need to add me a cup holder because I'm definitely gonna want my coffee, you know, early in the mornings when we're fishing. This thing's got a lot of potential. I want you guys, if you're interested in this and you got ideas of your own, if I haven't thought of something, let me know in the video description, I mean, not the video, the comments below. I'm gonna have this in the video description linked if you guys are interested in it. I've got some discount codes through Newport Vessels, so try it out. I don't know if the discount code works on the skiff. It might. I'll throw it down there so you guys can at least click on the link, go there, throw it in the cart, throw the coupon code in there and see if you get something off of it. This thing is super cool, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I originally thought these were more of a toy, but this is gonna be an actual boat, especially when we get to mock up a really cool matching trailer for this. It's got a lot of potential. We're gonna build something really cool. Any ideas you have, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna read all the comments, take your guys' suggestions, and we'll figure out how to build something really cool out of this inflatable skiff. So now I think I'm gonna hop on Facebook Marketplace, see if I can round up like an old jet ski trailer or something that we can, you know, have a base to start from and build something cool. I don't think we're gonna do runners on a skiff like this, since this underbelly is flat and smooth all the way down in between these tunes. I think I'm gonna be able to build a flat platform out of like 3/4 inch plywood, boat carpet it where it's nice and smooth, curve the edges down real nice and easy, and have this so that it'll just slide right on top in between the tunes. And then we really don't have to, I mean, we'll throw a couple of straps over it, but it's an inflatable, so we don't have to put a whole lot of torque on this. And I think it'll work just fine, and the trailer will be real easy to build. So I just gotta find a base to start with. I'll get online and see if I can find something. I was gonna tear apart our double kayak trailer. I actually walked out in the backyard yesterday and took some measurements on it, thinking that I could use it, but I can't bring myself to tearing it up because we still do, you know, during the summer, carry that out when we're hauling 2 kayaks, and I don't wanna modify it. So I think we're just gonna build another trailer. I've built so many kayak trailers on this channel, but this is gonna be a different one. This is gonna be an inflatable skiff trailer, not a kayak trailer, so it should be pretty cool. Y'all stay tuned. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you're excited to build this boat out. I think it's gonna be really cool. Let me know your ideas and suggestions down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, make sure you hit subscribe. I upload videos every Monday at 6 p.m. and I will catch you guys next week. Peace.